Okay, so in this video, we're gonna be ranking the best players in the Premier League under the age of 21. So if they're 21, they will not be on this list. Now they could be turning 21 later in the year, they will be on this list. So you may have a few 20-year-olds, but as soon as you hit 21, you're not allowed on this list. So no 21s, under 20. Now let's get straight into it. I think I have 12 names on this list. I want to say, yeah, I have 12 names on this list. So let's get straight into it. Number 12, right? So coming in at number 12, we have Ryan Sessegnon. Now he's 20 years old. He plays for Tottenham. He should have never went to Tottenham. I knew he should have never went to Tottenham because I actually liked him. But now he went to Tottenham. I have to root against him. And he hasn't played. He hasn't played. I don't understand how he hasn't played, considering what Tottenham have at the back. Tottenham should definitely be playing a free back with their two fullbacks being able to go up and down. But hey, man, he hasn't played for Tottenham really, so I couldn't put him higher on the list. I think he does have good potential, but will he ever achieve that potential under Jose Mourinho? Does Jose Mourinho play young players? I mean, Ndombele can't even get into their team. I don't know. It's not looking good for Ryan Sessegnon at Spurs at the moment. So next on the list, we got the man from Brighton. He's 20 years old, Aaron Connolly. Aaron Connolly. Now I haven't seen too much of Aaron Connolly this season, but I've seen more of him than Ryan Sessegnon, and I did see him bang into against Spurs. So for that only, he's coming in at number 10. And surprisingly, maybe it's not surprising. It kind of is surprising because the amount of young talent we have in the Premier League, there aren't many players under 21. Very hard to find. Most of them are 21, 22, around that area, the ones that are really contributing. But anyways, so we have Ryan Sessegnon, number 12, Connolly, 11. So coming in at number 10, we have a man who I've been very disappointed in this season, and it's Reiss Nelson. Reiss Nelson is 20 years old. He was on loan. He was on loan in the Bundesliga at Schalke, I believe, last season, where he played very well. But this season, he's just been outshined by the young players at Arsenal, and he's only 20, so I'm not going to get on him too much. I think he needs another loan. And then, maybe come back when he's 21, 22, come back better. But for now, he's going to be coming in at... Okay, so next on the list, coming in at number 9, we have the Man City man from Spain, Eric Garcia. Now, I've seen him play a few times. I've been impressed with him. Look, he's playing around great players. He was in the team when they smashed us 3-0. We didn't really give them much of anything to do, really. But yeah, I think he's going to be a good centre-back. I think Man City have started playing him now because they want him to sign a new contract. And yeah, hopefully he continues to play. Hopefully he continues to get better. But I do think he's a good young centre back, and I do think he can become something in the future. So I think number 9. If he played more, he'd definitely be higher up on the list. But being as he hasn't played that many games this season, I think number 9 is a good spot for him to be. So number 9, Eric Garcia. Now at number 8, we have what's that nigga's name? Williams. Brandon Williams. There we go. I had a brain fart. I just have him down as Williams. But I watched him play a lot the first half of the season when Man United were, trying to figure out their squad. And, he was just as good as Luke Shaw. I don't rate Luke Shaw. But Brandon Williams was just as good as Luke Shaw when he played. There wasn't really any drop off. He can go forward, he can defend. Hasn't really played. I don't think he's going to play in the Premier League again this season if Luke Shaw stays fit. I think in the Europa League, United fans might see him play. Good left back. You know, it's gonna be tough. Who are you gonna play in the future? You know, who's it gonna be? Because he's only what? Brandon Williams is, what's his age down here? 19. So you know, it's gonna be tough figuring out who Luke Shaw or Brandon Williams, especially if he shows out in the Europa League. Um, yeah, but Brandon Williams, I think number 8, I think is a good place for him to be. At number 7, we have the Scottish man that plays for Chelsea, and his name is Billy Gilmore. Has been playing more recently now for Chelsea. He had a few really, really good games. Watched him play. He hasn't been outstanding, but he's only 19. He's short as shit, but he puts his foot in there. You know, tough player, good on the ball. Um, I think he has a bright future at Chelsea, definitely. Again, another one of those where if he played more often, I think he'll have more accolades, more stats. Maybe he'd be further up the list. Looking at the list, I don't know. But he's a good player. I think he could be one of the best players on this list. He can turn into a kind of Kante type player because that's the role he plays. So that was number 7. Coming in at number 6, we have Joe Willock. Now, Joe Willock is 20 years of age. I didn't know he was that young. I thought he was 21 already. I think he's turning 21 this year. But Joe Willock, 20 years of age, played a lot this season, contributed a lot this season. Look, I don't think he's as good as, our other youngsters that you'll see coming up on this list. But the future is definitely bright for him. He puts in a lot of work. He don't mind coming to the bench. He can play CM. He can play Cam. Yeah, he can play. Look, also against Wolves, he came on and he created the assist. Only one going forward. And he crossed the ball in for Laka. Laka with a great touch and a great goal. So, Willock on this list, coming in at number 6, I think is deserved. He's played a lot of minutes. He's produced. So, I definitely think he deserves to be at number 6. At number 5, someone else has played a lot of minutes. And I think people are going to be surprised that he's this high on the list. But Max Aarons. Now, Norwich are going down this season. And he's a defender on a team that's getting relegated. But he's played well. He hasn't been poor. He's only 20 years old. Look, fullbacks have the least impact on the pitch. Believe it or not, defensively, you can have a great fullback and your defense still be trash. Right? And it just is what it is. Look at Robertson. Robertson went down with Hull. Look at Wan-Bissaka at the beginning of the season. Wan-Bissaka has been Man United's best defender throughout the whole season, but they were terrible at the beginning of the season because fullbacks just don't have that impact. Even though you lock down a whole side, it's just not the same when you have a dominant centre back, when you have a dominant fullback. I don't know why it is, but it's just not the same. And Max Aarons has been decent this season, but Norwich they're finished. But he's played a lot of games. He's got that Premier League experience. I do think he'll be leaving Norwich. Him and Cantwell. I can see Max Aarons going to Spurs. They do need a right back. They're in desperate need. But then again, will he play Max Aarons? He's only 20. I don't know what Tottenham are going to do, and I don't really care. I hope he doesn't go to Tottenham. But Max Aarons coming in at number 5 on the list. And now number 4 on the list, the man from Brazil, Martinelli, a.k.a. Dripavelli. Now, this is one of my favorite players at Arsenal, to be honest. I think he could have been one higher on the list, maybe, if he didn't get injured. But I think this season he played well up until his injury, scored some big goals, like goal against Chelsea. Cold. He's a cold-blooded. That's my guy. But look. I don't think he's as good as the 3 on the list, but his potential is, the sky's the limit for this guy. Comparing him to someone like Greenwood, I don't think he's as good technically, but I think he'll get just as many goals as someone like Greenwood. It's like a Harry Kane Aguero effect. Aguero's better to look at on the pitch. They'll score just as much goals as each other because Harry Kane just knows where to be. He just got that knack for goals. That's the only way I can describe Martinelli. When I saw him score that header, I said, that's it. I knew it. I said, that's it. He's the guy. He's like what, 5'8", 5'9", scoring headers, getting in there, putting his body. It's my guy. Anyways, number 3, you have Phil Foden. Now, now I was gonna put him at number 2. I really was gonna put him at number 2 because I think next season he's gonna have a mad season. When David Silva's gone, he's gonna do a madness. Him and De Bruyne, and then I don't think there'll be any drop off. I think he's just as good as David Silva right now. I don't think there'll be any drop off. Against who did they play? Was it Newcastle? He did miss a few chances, but man, Phil Foden he's that guy. He's the real deal. You know what I'm saying? If you switched him and 2-on-1, I don't think anybody would. I'm not obviously people would complain because they're fans, but really and truly, the front three can change. Based on potential, based on this season. Anyway, yeah. Phil Foden, number 3. Number 2, you have Saka. Bukayo Saka, my guy. I know everybody saw how he left, what's his name, Johnny Evans. He had him shaking like a stripper in a nightclub, fam. Had him on the floor, just twerking up the place. Anyways, Saka is a don. Again, I was going to put him at number 3, but I said, I can't put Phil Foden over my guy. Saka, you crazy, man. It's my guy. Maybe I'm a bit biased. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Saka's my guy. He's got 12 assists. That's like the 3rd in all competitions. He's 18 years old. He's a beast. Next season, he's only going to get better and better. He's played left back. He's played right wing. He's played left wing. He's played cam. You know what I'm saying? Where hasn't he played? And he's doing this. Beast. But I don't think right now he's as good as Mason Greenwood, who's number 1 on the list. Now, every time I go into a comment, I'm always seeing Saka over Greenwood or Greenwood over Saka. Like it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. They're both great young players, but look, Greenwood is ambidextrous. The man doesn't have a weak foot. And I think when you have a skill set like that from such a young age, it gives you that edge. It gives you that edge over your competition. And look, I've seen Saka whipping some shots with his right foot. You know what I'm saying? He hit the crossbar against, I can't remember who he was against, but Greenwood literally has no weak foot. I don't know what his weak foot is. And what he's doing this season is great. His potential is, the sky's the limit for this guy. You know what I'm saying? And like I rate Greenwood, but I don't like Man United, but I can't deny what Greenwood is. You know what I'm saying? Just like United fans can't deny what Saka is. And they're 2, and Foden as well. They're 3, and Martinelli as well. Martinelli, Foden, Greenwood, and Saka are 4 players that you're going to hear about from years from now. Once, fingers crossed, once there aren't any injuries involved, these are players you're going to hear years from now. And Greenwood, top of my list. No weak foot. He's bagging the goals in the Prem now, consistently. Yeah. It's a madness. But yeah, that was my top 12. Now let me know, do you agree, do you disagree? I know people are going to disagree because, people are fans of clubs, and Arsenal fans are going to be like, wait, you're an Arsenal fan? You don't think Saka's the best? Look, I wouldn't take Greenwood over Saka. You know what I'm saying? If you're asking me right now, you want to keep Saka or you want to get Greenwood? I rate Greenwood, but fuck Greenwood, innit? Fuck Greenwood, fuck Man United. I'm taking my guy Saka. But Greenwood, he's a better player. I can't deny it. Right now, what we're seeing right now, yeah. But anyways, again, let me know if you guys agree in the comments. I'm out.
I'm sick and tired of seeing her stressing. So I gotta go and get it. Niggas stab you in your back, so they can make a couple racks. These bitches say they love you, but they don't, just so they can use you. It's so crazy. How your brodies turn to enemies, for they will be down to the end with me. It's so crazy, it's so crazy. It's so crazy how I thought she was my wifey, how I thought she would have my baby. It's so crazy, it's so crazy, so damn crazy. Life do you dirty, everyone try hurt me. Fuck, we was family, I don't understand it. Feeling like they planned it. If I was a weak ass nigga, I couldn't handle it. But I'm a real nigga, so I manage.